On the NBC 10 Health Watch today, all this snow that we have and that we're going to get isn't going to disappear anytime soon. A lot of people will be out shoveling, but before you grab a shovel, physical therapists say watch your back. And joining us live now to give us some hints on what we should and shouldn't do is Dr. Scanlon from the University of the Sciences, which specializes in neck and back injuries. First of all, you say, Dr. Scanlon, we should warm up before we even head out to shovel. What do we need to do and why is that?
You don't want to do heavy work when you don't have your muscles warmed up. So it's good to walk around the house a few minutes, bike a couple of minutes if you have an indoor bike, or even just do some jumping jacks so you've got the blood flowing and those muscles warmed up before you do some heavy work.
All right, now you have an ergonomically correct shovel. I mean, what is the point of this?
Well, because it's angled like this, you don't have to bend as low to get a load of snow on your shovel. Oftentimes they have a graphite coating so the snow slips off it easier. They're very lightweight, and this ergonomic handle means that you're holding it with your wrist in neutral rather than cocked at a funny angle.
So what exactly should we do? What is the correct way to shovel, if you could just show us here?
So you want to bend with your knees and keeping your back straight. Come down, take a load of snow, and then you're going to throw it without reaching far. The further you reach, the more load it puts on your spine. The other thing you want to avoid is twisting, because that puts a lot of torque on your spine. So if you have to turn with the load, just take a step.
What is the biggest mistake that people make when they're shoveling?
Trying to take too much or not stopping when they're tired. They need to interrupt that bending with some back bending.
And anybody can get hurt. A lot of people send their teenage kids out to shovel, but any of us are at risk of hurting our backs, right?
Right. Probably the highest incidence of back pain is between the ages of 30 and 50, but anybody can develop back pain if you're not using correct technique. And an ergonomic shovel isn't going to force you to do that correctly. It's just a little bit of a help.
Now, what if you do get hurt? What should you do? And I know there's something you should absolutely not do that most people do.
Right, exactly. Probably one of the most important things that you should do is take frequent rests. Interrupt that forward bending with some backward bending. If you think about how often we sit during the day and bend during the day, rarely do we interrupt that with some backward bending motion. So one of the common mistakes people make is they go back in after shoveling, they sit in their favorite chair, and they get relaxed and their spine flexes and they're doing damage to their back again. So either sit very erect or better yet just lie flat on the floor when you come in.
All right, well, Dr. Scanlon, we appreciate that advice. Thank you very much. And anyone over the age of 45, especially if they are not usually physically active or they have a history of heart problems, they should probably get somebody else to do the shoveling for them. Tim, let me throw it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Dawn. Good advice. And